Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hashtag Real Time Quest. Our today's guest is an entrepreneur and a trainer from the age of 16. She is one of the India's leading learning and development specialists, having worked with some of the best and biggest companies and education institutions. A regular panelist on TV shows, mentor for many startups, she had also been a leading food entrepreneur in F&B industry for over 12 years. And I'm honored to have her on the show, Vidya Ragu.
Consider two kinds of restaurants, two kinds of industry, F&B industries, like a small scale and the large scale. If you take Paradise and Ask Pavilion kind of restaurants, they have already scaled up. And if you take small, they look to scale things. So how do if you take Paradise, they need to keep on scaling. But what are the difficulties faced by them, and what are the difficulties faced by small ones?
So I would say the smaller ones have the difficulty of operations, because the smaller you are, you have to do micromanaging. So any startup who's running it, it is very good in terms of to be able to apply the fail fast theory when you're small. If it's not working, you fail fast and you close it off and you do another, or you pivot any of it. But if you're big, you can't do it. It's like carrying a big elephant on your head and then saying where to turn, which is very difficult, versus just trying with a small ant and say, okay, let's go this and try another, but stay on board. So if you've grown without having a proper base, it's very difficult, especially not just, I would say, a hit concept of base. You should also have a good risk management plan in place, because though we grew very fast and we grew very well, we didn't anticipate this kind of, throughout 1.5 2 years calamity. So it's just taken it for a toss. But if you see the bigger ones, they have the operational ease in terms of you can employ the right managers, you can have department heads because you have scale. You can have the power of negotiating with the vendors because you have, again, volume that you buy. So all those are advantages. But at the same time, they've grown so big that they have to consistently, spend a lot on brand management. So they cannot, go down on the way they've been employing people or the way they've been providing services. And especially when they've grown to a very big scale, they also have to look at those kind of retail places which are very costly.
Despite of being located in so many places, do they still feel that we need to expand? Do they feel that way?
I think the expand thing has been because of the way market has been growing. Because one or two, people who got the money set in and say we expand, and then everybody feels we have not expanded, so they go into that model and they do it. But if you look at it, a city does not need so many outlets. People are willing to go some distance, and it's kind of the own outlets create competition amongst them. That's one way to look at it. But if it is properly planned, looking at saying how long will this customer go, how much distance, until what pockets should I place my new outlets in such a way that they're not competition for each other, but a person going around the city sees my outlet number of times, that itself is branding. So if you see one outlet in one place, it is a nice place. But if you see the same outlet 4 places in the city, and you happen to talk to someone and they say, yeah, I've also seen it, automatically becomes a brand psychology. So that's another approach. But to look at, irrationally growing and saying, I just want outlets everywhere is a different concept, versus calculating properly and saying that, okay, these are the regions and these are the areas in which you should really grow, and maybe even it really gives you that volume in which you can play.
Then what about small guys? When they're looking more for, suppose if they're having just one branch for a moment, if you're looking more for expanding through one more branch, what
see, today, given the real estate scenario and majority of the issues that are faced, until they have very deep pockets. If you have deep pockets, it's okay. Otherwise, it's very difficult to look at too much of scaling. It's good to look at the industry has been the same for 60, 70 years. We have grown the same way. Expansion means expansion of outlets. But if we can come up with new models of collaboration, if we can come up with new models of joint ventures, of kind of doing a delivery or a combination of a takeaway, different models which are creative, which really what startups mean in the ecosystem. If like that, we can create something which has lower overheads, low risk, but a lot of leverage between different parties. Somebody also grows and we also grow. Those kind of offbeat, completely new contemporary models which are cost effective, which are low on risk, but yet give you a reach to the customer. That would be very good. Rather than just looking at saying I need multiple outlets.
Okay, then coming up to startups first. So there are many newbies, guys coming out and starting up. Do you think really these guys should come and start up? Like it's kind of all about self-awareness. Few people just like startup has become a fad for many people.
Yeah.
So there are many. I mean, you keep on dealing with startups as a consultant. So do you think people should really come and start up? Few people. I mean,
So I have really, and it's a very good question because the mortality rates, the statistics says 9 out of 10 startups will fail. Not just because of the fact that startup as an ecosystem is a big game. There's too much of different factors, and the very first one being everybody thinks I want to be a startup, and everybody banks on an idea.
yeah.
But we all know, idea can only give you the start. It's after that, how much are you consistently being aware of the environment, aware of, how much of resilience you have to things happening around, and how much of bandwidth you build in the process. And it's idea is a start point. After that, it's all about execution, collaboration, planning, and consistently growing, being in movement, which is not everybody's game. Starting up, people feel great. After that, the real process of being able to survive today, even the biggest corporations are finding it difficult to survive in today's world and the way the markets are. So for startups, it's not an easy game. It's a lot of pressure. You must be seeing there's so much happening, right? With founders, you can get investments, you can grow, you can start, but staying on board is very difficult. We have been having so much of challenges that we also ourselves have seen, and being able to bounce back every time from failure and say that there can be something done is also very difficult. So if there is someone who has I'm talking of founders, we generally keep investing on the business. But I think the first thing to do is invest on ourselves and find out saying, do I have the resilience and do I have the bandwidth to be able to tolerate whatever happens till my startup becomes self-standing, which is a lot of years now, but at least 3 to 5 years that it takes. So do you have the capacity? If you have, go jump, no problem, because majority of the times we bring one idea and we think this idea will win, but as a startup, we know once you come in, it's just brought you there. After that, you have to find new ways to swim. Sometimes you start at something and something else takes you to a next place. So, are you flexible? Those are the things that an entrepreneur has to question themselves. And if they think they're not meant for that pressure, they're not meant to handle those kinds, and especially as a community, we have never been taught how to handle failure. And failure can be crushing in the startup system. So if you're someone who thinks that I'm afraid of failure, I'm afraid of looking bad, I'm afraid of goofing up or making mistakes, startup is a no-no. But if you're willing to explore, saying what's possible by me, what's possible by a team, what's possible in the concept, what's possible by the ecosystem, and willing to stay no matter what happens and kind of see what is possible, startup is a great thing because that's the real university of life, where you can really learn. Every moment will throw you a new challenge, and if you are in a startup, you're sure to grow. So that's something that an entrepreneur has to take a call and say, do I have the mettle? Do I want to take that risk? And I think the first thing that startups need to be very careful on is it's not about just making money. You do make money. Your business has to be about profits. It's today, even we did that mistake. There's a lot of, we go after branding, but I think profits have to be the center point from day one. Make profits, make considerable bottom line, top line, both of it, and then start looking at growing. Many of us have this myth saying after we grow we will make profits or make bottom line, and then we keep chasing it in the hope. After a long time you realize things have just gone crashing and neither you've made profit and all your capital is also gone.
Yeah, most of the people have been seeing only Twitter, Facebook, only these kind of startups, and they have been pouring a lots of money into it.
Exactly. Yeah. So even today, whether it be the whatever funding is coming in, it's very essential that we really do the realistic maths, because even when we did, we calculated on a partial success and we said, oh, this has worked out very well, it will work out very well in a lot of things. But I think it's very essential to really test the waters, be there, do a test, especially to say how much can we tolerate. If the markets crash, if things go wrong, how much can the startup sustain on its own? And when you think it can sustain, then you bring in the funds and money.
Yeah, when markets crash, no one is going to fund us. That's
and these things are not taught. We learned it very, very hard ways. Because when you're starting up and everybody will appreciate if the concept is great, and everybody will say great, grow and all of that. But when you do that in such an mode that wow, it's working out, you just want it to grow somehow. And at that point, whatever funding comes in, you keep putting it into the startup without realizing that there are some leaks which might just drown the whole ship.
Yeah, the reason I wanted you to answer this question was because from the last 6 months anyway, I and my partner were eating dirt actually. We were trying to understand things. We were trying to understand where our loopholes. It was real estate on a scale when we take. There are a lot of things that are happen. That are not organized actually. We need to understand all of them. Because and on the other side, there are a lot of people who stick onto the idea and keep roaming around that they want funding with a simple idea without thinking never about execution part. It's a lot of misconception over there. That's it. I just wanted to answer.
Exactly, there is a lot of misconception. In fact, I would say the first thing a startup, before even starting up, is to go build something. Go talk to the customer. Don't sit in the company, don't sit inside a cabin and make projections, make branding pamphlets. Go talk to customers, meet them, find out what they really need. What you're giving off is it something that is really valued by them? We might think it is very great, because it's our idea. But does the customer really need it? Will he need it for a long time? Because even if you see a lot of companies start and they build something which is need of the hour, that's it. After another 6 months, we don't know, it might be gone. So understand all that. That is one. Second thing is, please go and meet people who are there in the industry, because they will know much more. Third, if you're starting up, definitely have mentors. Otherwise, you would be into so much of pressure once you start up. You have to manage salaries, you have to manage overheads. There'll be so much of pressure. You also want the brand to sustain, you want the funding to come in. You would be like one person running 100 directions without even understanding where you're going. But the mentor will be able to anchor you and say, boss, this is going fine, this is not, because he's seeing it from outside. We know when we are swimming inside the water, we don't understand which direction we're going. But somebody holding the rope for us can still pull us on the shore. So it's very essential that the market survey is done well. Market survey with the customer, not through a market survey agency where we don't even know from whom they got it. The founders or whoever is in the team has to go down and really understand the ground reality. It's very essential, because the failure cost of startups is too painful, too costly for many of us who can't take it. And we've been through. It's like not an easy journey at all.
So personally, you have been connected to a lot of people on a scale, like you have been connected to different sectors of people. I know personally. So how has been your connection with real estate people?
So real estate people, yes, there are many of them. Different scales. Again, in real estate, there are people who are doing different segments altogether. But I think overall, everybody's been having a tough time. It's like because the time at which many of them invested or got funding or got into projects was a time where it was at peak, and everybody planned their whole projections, operations, everything based on a certain hope in the future. And the future is just not existing today. It's like you don't know when it's going to come back. Right?
Yeah,
So
everybody
is just holding on and hope. So I really wish everybody comes out of it faster and finds ways. But overall, I think it's been a tough journey for most of the industries.
So overall, if we take real estate or any other company, it's all about marketing and sales at the end of the day, because cash is the oxygen for the companies. So when it comes to marketing and sales and sometimes deals also, like real estate deals for suppose, they are going to generally take a long period of time, so sometimes from weeks to months also. So it's, and sometimes even market price also, if you say it's going from there, it's sometimes months and sometimes years. So it's all about, it's kind of stress for people.
Completely.
So how do
That too heavy stress, because the real estate is again a very big number game, not smaller numbers.
So generally, because many people come from consultation for you, generally how do you deal with such kind of pressures for them?
So there is no way to deal with it. We only have to find how to buckle up those leaks wherever they are in the system, because when things are going great, we don't look at those leaks and say, where is all my leaks and money going? But when things are going tough, we really have to find those small places also where there is a leakage, curb that, ensure there is nothing going out in places where you don't need to invest or where you don't need to really spend. Also find ways to bring down cost without affecting the structure of the business. Sometimes people just lay off of their employees, or sometimes people just cut the cost of marketing and all of that, which can affect the whole system overall in the longer run. But to rationally look at saying where should I spend such that I can survive, I can grow when things get back in place. Also look at other models which are possible, because I would say a lot of collaboration which can be done today. The challenge is many of them keep it their places idle or locked, instead of looking at saying, can I do something which can at least bring some cash flow right now. And we look at very traditional models of saying either somebody has to lease or somebody has to buy. Can there be something else? Can there be something else done? The question is, I think, for us to all of the industries to wake up and say, can we do things differently? Because everybody's been hit and everybody's been having a tough time. How can we today come together and do something differently, which can be a win-win for everyone versus everyone having a lose-lose?
It's just like Tim Ferriss always says in India, for our work with that. Because he tried out many things just for the reason of trying, for the sake of trying, and he found something new.
Yes. So we've got to get into that curiosity of saying, for years we have done the same kind of thing. Can we do something differently? What is happening is we do things differently in marketing. So earlier we were looking at print and all of that, print and radio. Today we are doing something new in digital. But we are not looking at the very base of the structure or the model of the business and say, can we do it differently? And I'm sure today with a lot of, I would really say any business today, it will be a great mix to have a young team and a old, very, very experienced team, because that combination will bring a lot of wisdom and a lot of new energy and zeal into the businesses. So instead of, having even startups, that's why I said a mentorship is an essential, because today what we're lacking is either we have very experienced team who's got fundamentals really right, but maybe the energy and enthusiasm to go creative, innovate, fail, try, all that is something which might be lacking. A new, younger team of people who can do that part of it combination would be great for legacy companies. For the new startups, they have to find people who have been in the industry, who've kind of gone through, especially people who've gone through failures, because they've gone through it and they've kind of seen it at the face of it, and they can go beyond it, they can go creatively around it. So most of us do businesses to avoid failure, but once you've gone through it, then you can go through it, go over it, go around it.
But there's one point I want to drop on the other side. So when that's the right combination actually, but when old people and young people work together, there's going to be a
Friction.
friction.
Yeah. So the friction will come when it is about
it's more about decision making.
When it's about you and me. So if we understand saying, this is my strength and this is the weakness, before we even do something and say, we are willing to work through whatever there is, because it's not about you and me. We want to create something bigger. I think today it's very essential that businesses look at saying, what is the value that I as a business create for myself, for people around me, for my employees, for the community. And if that value is driving enough, it's like driving a passion, then be in it. Otherwise it's a bad market to really just go and try something for the sake of just money.
So can we work out in this way, like take both the ideas and work both of them in small scale, and if they work out,
we will have to do those combination. But I think primarily we'll have to set aside the I and you concept and say, us, how do we do it together, and bring in more of ands rather than saying this or that. How do we do it together? Also, why should we do it? I think the biggest question today businesses have to say is, why should I survive and why should I do it? Why should I bring on new people who I don't even get along with? But we try saying, do they bring some value addition to the company, to the business? If that is, we should look at it. It's, I think, more the minds coming in between.
Yeah. Okay, then shifting on to one side, other side of the business, like coming to gender. So there's a lot of sexism in the business. So you must have faced, because you have been working a lot of this work. So how did you face it? Because you have been working for women empowerment also on the other side.
There are two sides to it. There is one group of people who are completely supportive of women being part of leadership, women running businesses, women being part of teams, both in the corporate setup as well as in fact, if I look back, there are so many people who have helped you, who've held you from top, or pushed you forward, saying go, do it, don't worry. And there have been moments where I think we have to, as women, we have to handle our own inhibitions, our own barriers, our own glass ceilings in our mind. Especially, I've had so many times where you've walked in, at meetings in groups, in professional groups, and you're the only lady at times, and that can be startling. But if you're there for a purpose and you've got value, and maybe you're there to appreciate and learn from others, and willing to go beyond their own limitations also. See, even men don't want to behave like that, but they've been socially conditioned, right? And it's for some of us to be there and break that conditioning, saying, like, for example, in some of the places, what we have heard in certain industries is they think, if you give it to a woman, it will be light. I mean, you can't give those high-end tough jobs to them because they're going to, say, I have a family, I have this, and they might skip out anytime. But the minute 2 or 3 of them break that notion and show them that once given to us, we do it well, it kind of subsides. So we need more people to go out there, believe in what they are, stand there and break it, right? And I think it's more for women to be able to handle all this. The few of us in the beginning of it, take on, handle it, and then stay. Also, there is another group which is completely like pro. I mean, the moment they see women either handling the negotiation or the business, they go on a lighter mode saying, oh, and there's nothing big happening here. I think again it's about setting up there and saying it's okay, that's what they think, and you don't get affected by that. You play by what is your vision, you play by what is your goal there, what are you there for, and you go by that, irrespective of those things. And I think the most predominant thing that we need to really get off is, especially in South, maybe even in North, is that women can be easily, sidelined in conversations.
Yeah.
Can be abused when things go wrong. So if there is, supposing there's a payment which has got delayed, which is very natural in businesses because of any calamity, any situation, the first thing people can bring up is saying, oh, it's a woman handling, that's why you should be sitting at home, why are you coming and doing? Are you okay to be there? Are you able to go beyond your gender and say, women is what we do see outside, but as inside in the business, you're a business person, or you're a women corporate leader or whoever. Be who you are on your whatever role or thing you're doing, rather than just the gender. I think it's for us to go beyond rather than
have you seen any change in the past 4 years?
I
Like women getting into more and
yes,
more
I think women have really stepped up, because I would say big thanks to all those women leaders who have really made it big before us. There have been a lot of role models going forward. If you see the entire finance industry,
I have been feeling like there's a gray area out there. I mean, like always people feel like men and women are equal, but instead of focusing on the strength, they are always looking at.
We
men
don't
and,
need to look at equal at all. I think what we should look at is equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Not saying both are equal.
Because that's being.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, being understood in a wrong way.
Exactly. Or maybe I would say it has been used in an unproductive way, because the way men can think has its own pros, and the way women can think has its own pros, right? And when you combine the two, it can be something really beautiful. Whereas if you keep looking at saying I want to be better and I want to be equal, I don't think we're going anywhere. We have got to look at it saying, are we getting the same opportunity? That's all. Once the opportunity is gotten, it should not depend on saying which gender got it. So,
Final question. So, what kind of impact do you want to have?
What kind of impact I want to have is, I think, to look at saying that by 2030, the whole world looks up at India and say, what happened in India in such a way that the golden bird is back, and primarily being able to root it back to saying women woke up and children got empowered, and those two can happen. I think the youngsters, the children today, and the women, they hold the big potential, and there is a big community of men. Thanks to them, they're very, very clear that they're there to support. So I think all this combination can really take us to the golden bird era again, because each of us in our country, I think, has got so much of brilliance. We have just been competing, and we have just been struggling with our own mental barriers, which have been there because of so much which has happened in the history. and we have been shattering it now. So coming together, all of this will be brilliant. This is what we're seeing today. We were talking about entrepreneurs who are 19, 20, but today if you look at children in their third standard, fourth standard, because I also do a lot of work with children. Third, fourth standard, what do you want to do? I want to start a business. This is my idea. And I know my own little man is like 5, 6. He's talking about, you're not telling me how to start one. So I think we're going into a very beautiful era, though we're talking about artificial intelligence, robotics, and many, in fact, in the corporates, there is a lot of scare saying, they're going to come and jobs are not going to be there. But I look at it saying, they're going to come and relieve us from all these monotonous things we have been doing. We have been doing their work, doing the same thing again and again every day. They're going to come and say, hey guys, you don't need to do this, we are there to do it. Why don't you go and do something more productive? Why don't you all go and create something better? Why don't you work with us and do it? So I would look at it saying that we're going into a great era, but we need preparation. Especially we need to be a community which is a little tolerant to failure, and look at somebody who's gone through it to say they've learned something, and can we learn something from them rather than making the same mistake again? Allow them an opportunity to bounce back and create something better. Right? I think that's where we are moving, and it looks like a great period to be in, especially India with some years before, if we thought of collaboration, finding the right person to collaborate is difficult. If they're in any other part of the world, again reaching them is difficult. But today we're in a world where you just have the idea, you have the Google Guru to connect you to anything that will feed your idea. You have the Facebook and other social networks to connect you to the right people who were not reachable earlier, who can now be definitely reachable through various networks. Be able to go forward and talk about a lot of organizations which are into globalized connectivity and all of it. So we're in an era stepping in where a lot can be done through collaboration with an open mind beyond our old systems and prototypes. Only thing we need to be looking at is we have a legacy, we have a heritage. We don't lose it. We take from it, and we also take the best from other places and combine it. So we need India to retain its beauty and its heritage and all the beautiful things we had. Along with that, learn from the best and really go forward. So we are going right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for adding so much value. Thank you for being here on the show along with us. So keep executing to build it.